Can you guys believe this is the last episode of OTS for the school year? And we're going to talk about some of the great things that have happened this year, some of the not so great things that have happened. But we decided to film at Bigby this morning in Hemlock, Michigan. Why did you choose here?
I think from our conversations that we've had, this has been a great community year. Look at what we have with the groundbreaking that we just have with all of our school stuff, and that all goes back to what is part of our community.
I think we want to fact check right here because I thought we came here because Keith had gift cards.
It's true.
It's true.
He thought he had gift cards also.
So we're obviously here at Bigby community. We've seen unprecedented growth in our community, whether it be our updated plaza here with Rosati's and Ace Hardware, Malta's new build, Patty Fleming's new restaurant over the last couple of years. We've seen a lot of great fitness, 24/7 fitness in our community, a lot of great things. The school's got a lot of things on the horizon. What are you guys excited most about this past year?
Start out.
Yeah.
Elementary up.
Yeah, I think for our buildings, Field Day is such a nice kind of culminating event for our kids. Following that up with the Young 5 graduation and the kindergarten graduation, and just really celebrating them moving on to the next level. But Field Day, having the great parent volunteers, the PTO, really stepping up and helping out, just makes it such a memorable moment for our kids.
I feel like with this year being the first normal year in a long time. I mean, whatever grade your kid is in, so I've got a 6th grader this year. The last time they had a normal school year was 2nd grade. And so that's how from 2nd to 6th, this was a normal school year. And so it's so exciting to see as those parents engaging, re-engaging in the school and volunteering. I think that was an exciting thing for me to see throughout our school district at the different buildings as parents being involved.
I think the exciting thing for us, not only the staff, but also the students. I think the kids really appreciated being back to normal, not having to worry about masks. We were able to go on field trips again this year, and that created a lot of excitement. But Corey mentioned our PTO has been extremely supportive, and they did step in when we didn't have the parents that were able to come in during the times of COVID. But we really appreciate the PTO because they helped put on things like Reading Month, which there was a lot of buzz around Reading Month this year. It really created an excitement amongst our students and energizing them and really building that level of learning.
Yeah, I think for us at the middle school, with the installation of Live School this year, it was exciting to see how much.
What's Live School?
Live School is a token-based economy that we can reward students for making positive decisions and positive behaviors, and they can bank those points and then cash them in the Live School store. And what we saw in our data is an extreme downtick in behavioral referrals sent to us, so it's been very exciting.
Now, what was one of the, for me, watching that from afar, I think one of the coolest things I thought in the middle school was when you walked in the cafeteria and there was a section roped off. What was going on over there?
Well, that's one of the coolest incentives that we figured out as our PBIS team over there is
What's PBIS?
PBIS is Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports, and that's a team that meets regularly to help address the needs and data trends that we're seeing in our building.
So if I get this correctly, you have a team that's focused on positive behavior and supporting that. Then you have this product called Live School that helps with tracking it.
Yep.
And then you incentivize kids to behave well.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So one of the top incentives that we created was the reservation of the lunch table. And so we worked with food service, Mr. Bauer, and he sets up a table with a real tablecloth, real plates, real spoons, and the students can reserve it for their friends and cash in their Live School points. They get to go right to the front of the lunch line, get their food, come back and enjoy a roped off area with music and everything else. So they really enjoy it. Yeah.
That's exciting. So anything else highlights? I mean, for me, there's some big.
Yeah, coming from the high school, I would say just to follow up quickly on, I think our food service has taken some next steps. We have a Thursday
Is it great to be back
cooking
to
bar.
awesome food again?
Oh, it's right now the macaroni and cheese bar and the pasta bar is a pretty big hit on Thursdays. So that's been a great thing. But I also have to take a look at some other things we have going on. We had 3 state championships this year. We had an individual state championship as in Luke Zastro in powerlifting. Our pom-pom team just won another state championship, and our girls basketball team won the first state championship in school history and basketball. So that was pretty exciting. And like I've talked about before, I know in this group, but the how fantastic it was to see the Breslin Center all in Navy. And we had a conversation with Mark Ewell after the game. Corey and I did, just thanking him for a
Who's
great.
Mark Ewell?
Mark Ewell's the leader of the MHSA. So he's the top executive there. And he was on the court after the game and just thanked him for putting on a great tournament. And he said the way Hemlock showed up as a community, you're welcome back every year. So we got to put some work in to get there. But it was great to see our community come out and support our kids. And I would say I'd be remiss to not talk about a tragedy we had. We did lose a student. We had a senior that passed away in an auto accident shortly after graduating, or after the senior's last day, the week prior to graduation. That's obviously a tragic event that I can't say is a celebration. But what I was very proud of our kids and our community is how we all came together to support the family. We had hundreds of people at a vigil, and it was very, very supportive to the parents. And another thing, it just shows why Hemlock is Hemlock.
Community goes out. So what is on the horizon? What do you guys see in the future? I mean, right now, today, if you go over to Casey Ling Elementary, it literally, when students left, the building's beautiful. It's clean, it's painted, it feels like we're ready for the next year. And within 3-4 days of summer break, it feels like the building's dismantled. What's going on, Lori?
There's a lot of hype over there. There's a lot going on. It looks like a war zone right now if you drive through. We have had some parents that wanted to come do a tour, and we just opened up for a couple of weeks. But right now, the parking lot is being redone, so we'll have a new drive to hopefully address some of the drop-off issues that we've had and pick-up issues, and creating more of an organized, structured format for the families. We have the gym floor the current gym floor that is currently has been ripped up and currently being redone. We're expanding our cafeteria, so that floor has also already been ripped up. And then also we have new sinks going into all the classrooms. We have new countertops that are being put in, so there is not a place in the building that's being left untouched. It's very exciting.
Oh, it's amazing to see. A lot of energy. That cafeteria, I think it's 15 feet, 12 feet, and how far? But it feels like it literally doubled. I don't know if you feel like that. It's just like, whoa. And then,
We're excited about the flexibility that offers, because it allows us to have a little bit longer lunch time. So if there are kids that are not done eating, there's more room for them to stay in there, not feel like they have to hurry and be rushed out. But then also in the future then, as the school year continues in, we will have the new gym on the other side of the building. You can see the groundwork getting ready for that, so that's exciting as well. It just creates a lot of other opportunities and a lot more spaces for us. We feel like right now we're kind of scrunched and our schedule is pretty tight just because we don't have the room, but it's a good problem to have. We have a lot of new families that are coming in, so we're excited to welcome them to the Husky community, but lots of excitement happening around here.
it's just, it's kind of the epicenter of action right now. It's very exciting. So, Corey, the action's eventually going to shift over to the elementary.
Yes.
What's going to happen there?
Yeah, so the amount of conversations, whether it be athletically or at the elementary school, about all of the changes and the great things that are coming, just the flexibility that our people have shown, whether it be our staff or our families or the community in general, has been really great. But we're very, very excited for our early childhood center to be able to get kids off of Pine Street, get families off of Pine Street, have them enter in a safer spot, get them into a new parking lot, and really have them be able to, like I said, enter in a safe way is very important. And then moving the playground into a new area and really expanding that playground, we're really excited about. And just the expansion of the Early Childhood Center in general, being able to add some rooms to that program and really give our kids and our families just an awesome opportunity to learn and grow, and then really make a beautiful transition into Young Fives, kindergarten, and all the way up through 12th grade with Keith.
Very exciting. Now at the middle school, this summer almost puts like a, the bow on the projects. We are finalizing, we're self-performing our locker makeover, which will pretty much mean that building has been made over from one end to the other. What's the other project that we're finalizing this summer?
We're finishing up everything that we need for our media center. Furniture will be installed in there very soon. Painting is being completed throughout the building. The crew is moving at an incredible rate. But we've done everything from carpet to paint to new finishes in some rooms. But yeah, that building's going to be ready to go very soon.
Very exciting. So, over the last couple years, what are some of the projects we've done at the middle school?
We renovated our former wood shop into basically a steam lab. So on half we have a steam lab, and on the other half we have an improved art room. New windows put in there, polished concrete floors. We have renovated the former art room and moved our life skills classes into there. Just new carpet throughout the building. It's just an amazing place to be right now.
One of the changes we made that gets me most excited is we moved the recess time, and obviously recess time at middle schools during lunch. We moved that from the front parking lot to behind the building. We created basketball courts, pickleball courts, Gaga
ball parks.
We put outdoor patios. And so, two of the places in the district, we have multiple outdoor patios, but two of the places that these patios are used so much are that middle school at lunch. I mean, when I go over there, I'm like, whoa, it is filled with kids. And then I think our second most used spot is Hemlock Virtual. I mean, I see those kids out there every day. It's just amazing to have kids utilizing, space, getting fresh air during the school day in a safe way.
Absolutely.
So many things going on at the high school right now that are going to be game changers.
Yeah, there's a ton of things going on, and most of the stuff, fortunately, it's happening right now. You can see it's outside. Next week, we're being told that our turf should be coming down on the football field, so that's going to be excited to see. I may actually move my office up in the press box so I get to actually watch it, because I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, what's going on at the press box?
And the press box with the new windows are in. We're getting some new countertop that's going to be placed in there this summer, and it's getting a whole new facelift outside also. We have a
press
local
box
vendor that's going to be doing
renovated.
that.
I've seen people painting bleachers.
They are going to be navy, so that royal is going to be in to actually match our school color of the navy. So we're pretty excited how that's good. That's turning out fantastic. It's if it's not completed when we get back, I would be surprised. I know yesterday they had 2/3 of it completed, so I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out. Plus, if you go further to the north, you're going to see we have the new drive that is coming off of Pine Street. Going through our athletic complex, connecting out some baseball. The new softball field's going to be getting started here pretty soon, and it's connected over to soccer. So we're having the majority of our outdoor sports are going to be in one location, which is something that we've never had here. So I'm pretty excited about that. The tennis courts are going in.
Pretty excited. You just pretty excited. So you can tell he's no longer the athletic director. Are you excited?
I'm stoked. I could not be more excited to have everything in one central location.
I'll be extremely excited when it's completed.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited right now because the new tennis courts they've already started. The hole is already starting to get dug on that also, and that's going to be between the Ling School and the middle school.
So I know we went back and forth about where to place the tennis courts, where to place the softball field. There's a lot of discussion about that. Why are the tennis courts going where they're going, which is between the middle school and Ling, right at the bus stop? What's the rationale?
Well, part of it is
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
no, that's fine. I've been here for the the last time they were put in a spot a few years back that was really a low spot that had a lot of water issues. So with that water issues, you had some foundation problems, and we had a lot of cracking inside the pavement. So they really needed to be in a spot that we were going to have some areas that was going to be good for the pavement to go down. But we also, on top of that, we also needed another spot for Ling to have another entrance for safety and security. That was one of the things that came up in a lot of our parent meetings that we had, is that we needed another entrance to Ling, because the pickup and drop off was chaos. It was unbelievable, and I know Lori would attest to that. So that came up very, very loudly in our parent meetings, that we needed a new drop. And unfortunately, how Ling is configured,
We would have to buy a house and punch a hole through, or
move the tennis courts that were already in disrepair.
I also,
other reasons. Yeah, go
I also
ahead.
think from a PE standpoint, from a physical education standpoint, having them in that area now becomes a centrally located area for all of our PE teachers across all buildings to be able to walk our kids there and be able to use that as another spot for physical
It's
education.
going to be amazing. I know our high school PE teacher is very excited about that.
Well, so it's obviously centrally located. I like the fact that there's bathrooms out there already, so it's not like, that people have to wonder where to go. I mean, right now where our tennis courts are at, I don't know where. Oh, we had a porta potty over there, so now there's built-in restrooms. Very excited about that. Obviously, the safety by moving it over that it creates for Ling. It's high and dry. We got pavement that needs to be high and dry. The other thing too is the benefit of moving it over the softball field over to the complex is now you have baseball and softball, soccer all together, and with that, it'll also be kitty corner to another field that we put in 10 years ago, and we're going to develop it even further and make it a little bit nicer. So very exciting things going on.
No, Don, I forgot to mention that we do have our new bathrooms that are going to be coming into the main hallway. Are getting started next week, so I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a totally different look, and it's going to be a facelift on those, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, at the high school too, we've got the restroom renovations. We completed a couple renos this past school year, self-performed, and then we're doing these two down your main hallway. We're lighting up your main hallway. We're going to add some lighting. We really want kids to be able to walk into a space and they can feel inviting and welcoming and clean. Our buildings are so clean. We want to highlight that with some additional lighting. And then we've got a whole crew of kids that we've hired for the summer that are helping us paint.
Well, they're doing an amazing job where everything is going to be painted in there. The majority of the work really, though, is still in the future when you're talking about the inside of Hemlock High School in the next couple of years. But I'd be remiss to mention that also another big move is the administrative offices that have moved over to the high school into the southwest wing. That's been a great move, a great addition, I think, to our high school right now to not only bring that environment into the high school, but what that allowed for the elementary to do, and the expansion that Corey's been able to do is a game changer.
Yeah, so we moved from Hemlock Elementary. So the long, it feels like we're just shuffling around over about a 10-year period, but we started off at the bus garage as an office. I got hired, before I got here, they moved to Hemlock Elementary. We spent the last 10 years there, and because of the cost to build, it's about $800,000 per classroom. We were looking at a 4-classroom addition, $3.2 million. In central office, at that point, had reduced itself down to 3 classrooms. We had other rooms of storage, and we kept trying to minimize the space. And so we were down to 3 classrooms, but that's $2.4 million worth of space. And so right now there is space available at the high school. We're moved over to the high school. We believe it's going to be about 3 to 5 years, and then we will move back into our original office that was created in 1971 or 2 or somewhere along there. but that space needs to be renovated. We're going to be able to use it for construction management, save the district money through that over the course of our bond, and then when we get done, we'll be able to move back there.
Well, it fits a nice window too to our student population. Right now, we have that bubble that is a little small at high school. So I did have a few rooms that are going to be open right now, but I'm going to need those rooms at some point in the future because we're so healthy at our elementary level right now and bringing kids in because things are going very well, and so there's going to be a point where I'm kicking you out because I need a spot. So it's it's exciting when you look at the health of the district when you see that growth potential and that growth underneath. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, then we kind of we have obviously everything's fluid. We have plans that when we move, our space would become like Hemlock virtual. It might also include Hemlock College, early middle college, down on that end. But who knows? In 3 to 5 years, as growth happens, we're building at the high school a theater and a gymnasium, and so over the next couple of years, and so big things in the future.
And those are the builds. That's not talking about the renovations that we already have to the cafeteria, kitchen,
Science labs.
the science labs that are going to be redone. It's gonna be an amazing school.
We're so excited to be here this morning because this does highlight, the businesses in our community, the support. One of the things I've got to give a shout out to Paul and Sam. They have supported Hemlock Public School District, our kids. They've supported our community through multiple fundraisers in just a short period of time.
I will say, talking about Bigby, when the girls got on the bus to go to the Residence Center, they were greeted with all drinks from Bigby. Sam and Paul were right there at the door, handing them drinks when they're getting on the bus. They were pretty excited to get a Bigby drink.
So you're saying our state championship was fueled by Bigby?
Fueled by Bigby.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have a lot of supportive businesses in the community,
You
a lot
do.
of supportive families. So when we have an opportunity to support them back, it's the least that we can do. So.
Yeah, we do. We're so fortunate with all of our business partners. Well, that's a wrap. Do you guys have anything you want to add?
Excited.
It's a great year. It was a great year with all the expansion. I'm just looking forward to a better one next year.
It kind of feels like how does it get any better? I mean, I know it's going to. That's what's kind of scary. Like it's
Just thankful to everybody. Just what a great year, like you said. From top on down, everybody has just been so supportive. This crew sitting at this table, really Don's vision for the district. It's just been a great year, and even better things to come.